Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Saxcast. Today is a unique episode because we have our original cast of characters here, myself, Scott, and Sax, and potentially 6 other random guests that could enter at any point. Care to explain, Sax?
So I just landed in LA about like 4 hours ago, and I had 2 spots that I found that had Wi-Fi that's by where I'm staying, my hotel in quotes, and both places were just closed. It said they were open online, but they were closed. So I had to run back. I'm staying in a PODshare. So if you don't know what a PODshare is,
No, explain.
it's like basically they take the first floor of a building, they make it one big long room, and then they put like 8 different bunk beds in it, and you can stay in like East Hollywood for like $50. It's like dirt cheap. And so I had to run back, and this is an absolute video. This is going to be a video episode for sure.
Yeah, I beg you to go to YouTube right now.
I am all alone in the PODshare right now. And you can see every single one of these bunks. I had to triple check to make sure that nobody was sleeping.
Oh my god, dude! I've never even heard of this before.
Oh, you're
look.
in
There's
close
a bunk
quarters.
there.
Oh my lord!
Look at the bunk up there.
Did you tell them that you snore, Sax?
Oh, I've been here before. Yeah. So look, there's even more. I didn't even show you all of it. Here's more bunks.
Oh my lord!
Why is the other one so high up? I don't get it. There's just one that's like 20 feet in the air.
There's one that looks like a liability. It looks like a liability, right? It looks like you lawyer types. It looks like Adam sees this and he licks his lips because he sees a lawsuit coming.
That's brutal.
I mean, look at this. It's basically like a hostel.
Yeah.
It's like kind of like there's lockers, there's bathrooms, but
there's laundry.
There's stoop waffles. Do you guys think these are communal?
Does that look communal? Take one right now.
Yeah. I'm going to do it.
What is
I think that looks communal.
Yeah. A stoop waffle is like a Dutch waffle.
I don't know what that is.
I mean, the guy, it's a lovely guy. And this is my second time staying at this. But this guy, he's kind of like a lovely fella, but he's kind of no nonsense. And
Sax, let me ask you this. Where do you find this place online?
I found it on Airbnb because it's the cheapest option in like the cool hipster part of town. And yeah, it's my second time staying here. There's a really loud air conditioner, so yeah, I do snore. I think I snore about 20% of the time I sleep. I snore.
I think that's fair. I'm staying with you. I think it's 20% is fair.
You guys did have.
Yeah,
I couldn't hear
you to snore when we're recording. Yeah,
you really did.
That was the 20% of the time you snored, right when we hit record on the podcast.
I was like, why are these guys bringing up the snoring? And then I'm like, oh, yeah, in Florida, I snored while you guys were recording your podcast.
Sax, what's the name of this establishment?
It's called PODshare. Google it. But I think it's, you need cheap places to stay. Like, this is my first time doing anything here other than, like, sitting in a bed and sleeping, so.
How far are you from Dodger Stadium?
Did that door just creak open? Oh my god, this is gonna be like a suspenseful episode. I'm pretty close. So last time I was here, I biked to Dodger Stadium and walked up the hill to Chavez Ravine, and it's in East Hollywood. It's great, man. It's a great location. And I'm in town for 5 days shooting content, some Hollywood stuff. Maybe a meeting. Maybe I'll be like you guys and tease a little something that I can't really talk about right now.
All right. I like that. I like to be teased a little bit.
I'm going to Angels Stadium tomorrow.
Have you been?
Which I'm excited about. But, I mean, the big thing right now is that I'm podcasting in a PODshare.
Yeah,
should I podcast from my PODshare bed?
Yeah, I think you should. Let's see what we're working with here first. I'm also interested in the decor because it seems that could be...
Do you guys think that's worth $50?
Are you upper level?
There's my neighbor. There's my neighbor's stuff. I could steal his stuff, but I'm not going to.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Top level.
Yeah. Well, do you have to pay extra for top level? I feel like that's premium.
You would think so, right? But no, this is actually exactly where I stayed last time. So I could pod here and we can look at the door.
Okay. just to make sure someone's coming in.
Yeah.
So no like curtain that you can pull across when you're about to go to sleep.
No, you can't do. They call it tenting. You can't do tenting.
No tenting.
So you can't put
No
any
funny
curtains
business in here. No
But you
funny
can
business.
you can put something over, like I'll put a towel over that, so I don't have to, like, look, if I'm sleeping, I can literally like see into my pod neighbor's like bed. We were
Okay.
like looking at each other sleeping.
Now how many beds are in there?
8 beds.
Okay.
And then that loft, and then that liability loft.
Okay. So is that
So
including
9
your
beds.
bed? 9 beds? All right.
Yeah.
Is it full?
No, today it's not full. And also this is so LA because one of the guys that's staying in here, he's got one of those, what's it called when the people get in the RVs and they go and live out of the RV? Not glamping, but
I don't know. Nomads?
so right up there is a guy who's like literally he's been living in his RV and then he comes in here and showers. It's just very West Coast, man. It's
Yeah.
very West Coast.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's the type of characters? Obviously, you're your own unique individual, but like, who else is like, staying at this PODshare? It's a bunch of
Well,
Saxboys.
it's a guy that's living in a van. It's a guy that feels comfortable staying in a bed that's like it looks like it's from like an 1800s warship. It's so high up and so hard to get to.
It's so high.
I think it's young. It's young people that want to be here inexpensively. It's probably a lot of Europeans, and yeah, that's all. It's It's a YouTube episode.
Yeah, I
for
really
sure.
beg you to go to YouTube because Sax has half the screen on the door and then half his face in the camera. So
He's
we
just
can
like
see
leaning in.
We're gonna discuss. Adam's gonna bring up like Pittsburgh murders, and on my
Yeah, it's
screen,
like,
I'm just
so,
looking at
hey,
the door.
other news: a shooting. In
What happened at the
Bloomfield.
Pittsburgh airport this week, Adam? Care to share?
The Pittsburgh airport?
Yeah, you love to talk about airplane deaths and stuff like that.
Did someone die at the
Oh my
airport
God.
that I'm not aware of? I should be
No,
aware.
I hope
of this.
not. I hope not.
Okay,
but, like,
well
you
then
love...
nothing happened at the Pittsburgh airport.
Good to hear.
This
Good
week.
to hear.
Oh wait, actually something did happen. There was a video that went, I don't want to call it viral, but somebody had some qualms with the new renovations at the Pittsburgh airport because I guess when they got to the terminal, they saw that the McDonald's is now gone and it has been replaced with Shake Shack.
No, it's the McDonald's being renovated.
It's not according to their video. I'm pretty sure
they
I
said at
saw
the
the
end,
McDonald's last time I was there.
Yeah. Why that McDonald's at the airport is probably the most successful McDonald's in the world.
I actually never
Why would
go
they
there
get rid
because the line's so long every single time.
Yeah. Why would they get rid of that? No, someone was trying to engagement bait.
It was like an older woman. You think she was trying to?
There's
she's
no
trying to
way
bait
they're
me?
replacing McDonald's with Shake Shack. There's just no
saying
way.
I got
There's zero
baited?
chance.
There's no chance.
I think you got baited. Yeah,
Oh, no.
you absolutely got baited. No, they're not going to replace the McDonald's. That thing is always, that's the first thing you see. And there's lines around the street.
I just typed into Google, did they close the McDonald's at the Pittsburgh airport? The AI overview says, yes, the McDonald's at the Pittsburgh International Airport has closed.
Wow.
I don't trust AI.
Can you type in
so-
why?
Oh, and here's WTAE. McDonald's closes at Pittsburgh International Airport after more than 30 years. And now it says Chick-fil-A is
What?
going to expand at the airport. New dining options will include Minios and Shake Shack. Wow, nothing like eating
Minios?
7 pounds of cheese before you get on a flight. My
What
God,
the-
it's gonna
People will be
fucking
eating that at 5
stink at the
a.m.
airport, dude.
They'll be eating
that whole
it at
airport
5
just
a.m.
farts.
too.
Oh my Lord.
Hey, I want to talk about something. Hey,
Yeah.
you guys, congratulations are in order. You
Oh.
guys are now credentialed
Yeah.
at Pirates games. You can
Interesting.
go onto the field. So how did this work? How did this come about?
Well, thank you. It's pretty surreal that 2 idiots could work their way to that.
We're
And
just happy that the Pirates trust us, to be honest.
yeah,
with you.
like
it's,
honestly, all the thanks to the Pirates for putting the trust in us to have us out there, and super grateful for that. But it's kind of just been planting the seed for a while. We started with spring training, and you were down there with us, and kind of just having them get used to.
You
us.
knew everybody,
right, and just like getting our face in front of people. I talked to the head of PR for a while. I have his phone number, so I've had like multiple 30-minute conversations with him on the phone, just kind of like letting him know, like, hey, we're good people. This is like something we want to do, kind of establishing a game plan. And then spring training, I think, was really the test for us, because I think, they're pretty lax at spring training with, media availability and credentials. And we were grateful for that opportunity as well. But it was really just like, hey, do we like these people? Do we want them around the players? Like, do we want them like behind the scenes? And I guess the answer is yes, because we have access to the credential portal and we applied.
That's a big deal.
Yeah. And they granted it. So
you guys don't have locker room access. You have field access.
Field and press box, from what I know, but like I don't know if we have.
You have press box access?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. We actually so we got it said on the, like, they put out like a media release for like visiting credentials, and they gave us that to like get us like familiar with the rules. And it's like, okay, you could show up 5 hours before the game. So we were there right at 5 hours, like 11 a.m. and nobody was there. Like, we were so eager to get there.
PR wasn't there until like 40 minutes later.
Yeah, because everyone's like, why would we show up? Like we're trying to get a feel for everything. And they're like, just go hang out in the press box. So we were in the press box probably by ourselves for like 30, 40 minutes. Just like hanging out. Yeah.
Do you guys find a seat? I mean, there's probably a whole ecosystem in there.
Yeah.
Oh, you have assigned seats?
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a list where,
Holy smokes.
like you see like Noah and Stump and all like the big names. And then there's a certain amount of saved seats for guys like us. We actually we didn't go to them. Like, our big thing is we have a lane that we're going to stay in. Right. Like,
yeah.
I think we can go into the clubhouse if we wanted to. But
well, the reason I asked about the clubhouse is because there are millions of dollars on the line with these guys. You know what I mean? Like, not that you guys would ever like do something to screw that up, but like the clubhouse seems like kind of like
it's sacred,
like a sacred place, because they're probably talking loose, and if they say the wrong thing that gets caught on something, like, they could jeopardize like their careers.
Yeah,
100%. It's locker room talk, as they say. Like, it's you gotta trust who comes in there, and they're not gonna like put it all out there. And like, I have no interest in like exposing anybody, and like,
no, but like, you never know, like,
right?
Could just
saying, like, generally, like, it's big for them to have that trust in us, and I think we do have full access. We were able to roam pretty freely to do whatever we wanted.
We walked through the tunnel and everything. Like, it was like we could have walked in the clubhouse from the tunnel. Like, it was like, but we just, we stayed in our lane.
You guys were roaming around like I was roaming around this PODshare.
Yeah, exactly. But
like, really making yourself at home.
Yeah, I mean, we were sitting in the dugout before anyone else got there, just chilling. It was pretty crazy. Like, we've all been on the field, like, behind that little rope, like, before for like batting practice. And to like just be able to like go in the tunnel and sit in the dugout and like walk up and down the warning track. It was wild. And I think, our goal is to stay in that lane. Like, we don't want to overstep,
well,
boundaries.
I got a couple things about this.
Let's hear it.
Now we got Mr. Big Time Press Box, boys. And you're gonna forget? Are you gonna forget about your Miller Lite porch?
No, sir. Scott, how many innings did we sit in the press box?
None. We didn't go to the press box. Like, first of all, the press box was an oven. It was hotter up there than it was outside. Like, it was, it was insane. Like, we sat in the little. There was like a vending room. Like, there was like a room where they had like a fountain and a fridge and all that. There was air conditioning in there. We stayed in there. And didn't go. We walked around the whole press box, but we didn't sit in the press box.
Oh yeah, you say that now, but August is going to come around.
I couldn't sit up there in the summer, dude, unless they have like
7-0 Rockies. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to the Miller Lite.
We'll go up there for the Wolf game.
The Wolf game, yeah.
Oh, look, where are they at? Oh, where are they at? Then I'm gonna have to pull up my opera glasses, and it's gonna be you two sitting in the press box.
I'll tell you what, man. The most beautiful view
Yeah.
from up there. And Noah has said it before, but he really has a view of like how outfielders take their routes and like you see everything up there, man.
It really is like the eagle in the sky. Like it's nuts.
It's pretty surreal. Like, because I know some press boxes.
The highest seat. It's the worst seat in the park.
No, I would argue that against that.
No, I got you. Yeah. Eye in the sky up there. You're really gonna have a good vision.
Right. I mean,
you see everything.
You guys say that now. I'm gonna absolutely. It's gonna be content for me if you guys are become Mr. I mean, you guys should be the ones in Hollywood. I'm in Hollywood. You guys should be the ones in Hollywood.
Right. We had our lanyards and everything, man. But like, I'll tell you this. I love the lanyard because when we're gonna stick to our mini mic content. We're Bucko Banter is for the people. Like we're gonna be out and about all the time. We're gonna keep doing the fan content
for the elite people.
For the elites, only the club level. People. Only the club level, yeah. Only the club.
Your content only becomes.
I tell you what,
to people
real quick, to get sidetracked, Debo and I were at the Sunday Easter game, and we hung out with.
Does he get access to this too?
Yes, yeah. He's credentialed.
Oh.
which is scary, but whatever.
Yeah, Debo is.
That's the guy you got to worry about.
Food is way better up there. Like,
no. I was like, the food's better up there. What do you?
Yeah, of course. No, we put our pinkies up real quick, and then we were just like hotty toddy.
You're up there hobnobbing with people that own roofing companies and pavement things and
roofing companies.
No, I would.
No. Now you're back at the But that's so cool, guys, and it's fun. Yeah. I had a kind of an inkling, but I didn't know they were going to give you that much. I didn't know they were going to give you freaking press box.
Yeah.
So there's going to be 2 seats up there that are going to be constantly empty. What about these seats?
Oh, there's many more than 2 seats.
There's a lot. There's a lot of seats. Yeah. I mean, there's quite a few. But I will say what I was getting to is when we have the credentials, when we're walking around doing our mini mic content, it does give us a little bit more credibility, and more people do want to talk to us and get on the mic and answer questions because it says media. It was nice, man. It was a.
They think like Paul Skeens. You're gonna ask them a question about Paul Skeens, and Paul Skeens will like jump out behind you and surprise them.
Right.
Or Lippy does.
Exactly.
One of those viral moments.
Right. Yeah. Keep Paul Skeens in my backpack. Yeah. At any point he could jump out. Speaking of Paul Skeens, man, that game was so many people.
Yeah.
Like the most I've ever seen.
So if you don't know, they had a Paul Skeens bobblehead giveaway this weekend in Pittsburgh. Paul Skeens is probably like the best, one of the best pitchers in the last 40 years. And for whatever reason, we lucked into him as a Pirate in our weird franchise. And they were giving away a bobblehead, and the crowd was so big. It was the line to get in the stadium to get the bobblehead. It was stretched all the way over the bridge, which is right outside the stadium, into downtown. Yeah, crazy.
People waited for 3 hours. More.
My God.
Sax, when we got there at 10:45 to 11-ish, there were people already like camping outside the gates. The gates opened at 2.
Yeah, I mean, did you see that bobblehead is you see the mustache?
Bro, it's so bad.
Did you see half the body?
It's not good.
The bobblehead is so bad.
It's objectively bad. Like, I don't want to sit here and shit on the Pirates, but like the bobblehead is objectively bad.
It doesn't look like him. His mustache is wispy. It's not painted, and then it's only half his body. But people are selling it on eBay for like $116 bucks. So
my sister's boyfriend already sold his. He, as a joke, he listed it on eBay for like way over asking at like 140, 160, and someone bought it within.
Someone bought it. Yeah. My God.
Nuts.
And then the Pirates. Yeah. So I will typically avoid those sort of games just because, unless it's a T-shirt, that's really nice. I'm more of a T-shirt guy than a giveaway like that. But I'm curious to know what your baseball guys. What's your relationship like with LA? Have you guys been here a lot?
I have been to Dodger Stadium when I was like 12. They played the Giants, which was a pretty cool series. That's always been a big rivalry for the most part. I feel like Padres Dodgers have become more of a rivalry recently. But I wasn't a big fan of Dodger Stadium.
But what about the city? I guess you're too young.
I need to get there. Last time I was there, I was 12. So like I need to get there.
Wow.
Again.
Yeah.
Because we're from Pitt. When you're from Pittsburgh, when you think of big cities, you usually go to like New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't the big. Yeah.
I had a roommate when I went to school in Oregon. I had a roommate that lived in the suburbs of LA, and he invited me for Thanksgiving. And then they kind of toured me around, but not really. So when I was 18. So I really didn't really get a full experience.
It is a bizarre city, man. It's like so sprawled out, just poorly designed, car centric. It was built around the car. So everything's just far away from each other and just like spread out. And I don't know, man. It's not. I'm a New York guy through and through, but
Yeah, logistical nightmare.
I'm gonna be going to. You know what's a big population here? Armenians.
Kardashians.
There's like, yeah, which I kind of like was like learning about somewhat recently because Armenia is a really small country, and there's a ginormous population here in LA. So I'm going to Little Armenia. I'm going to go to Koreatown. I'm going to go to Anaheim. Anaheim is like, like the first.
Do they have
like,
a little
suburb.
Azerbaijan?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of random.
Probably,
like,
right?
Yeah.
Oh, so, yeah. I mean, like.
I don't think Armenia and Azerbaijan like each other right now, but that's beside. We're not going to get into geopolitical conversations.
Well, Armenia's always in fucking wars.
Well, they are right now.
Sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like sad.
So what are they doing? That's like maybe they need to reflect. Never mind. I'm not going to get into that conversation.
Scott, this is where you want to go.
Scott's victim blaming wars right now.
Armenians.
There's a common denominator here, guys. Why are you always in a war?
Dude, we could clip this with like Armenia, then we can have so many angry Armenians.
Please have Kim K come after me. I swear.
I mean, I know a little. I don't want to speak on it, like on the Armenian war, but like it's just like it's. I don't know. It's a bummer. You don't want to be war Ukraine, Armenia. What the hell's happening in that part of the world? But there's also like a little Moscow here. I've never been to a little Moscow. I guess Brighton Beach in New York. But
do you have videos planned around these places?
So I have found that the best thing for me to do is to just go and wing it and be surprised by things, because then you get like videos of me in like the little Philippines and being like, oh wow, they got a lot of purple stuff, and then I just like stumble into like weird sort of observations. If I do any sort of like research before and talk like I'm a learned man, except for Mongolia, because I had my ex-wife with me during that video. Right. She was telling me about all this stuff. Like, it just doesn't work. People don't want to hear me telling them about shit. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So I don't know anything about Armenia. Like, what's the number one food? Google that.
Gotcha. Number one food.
Maybe a rice dish. Maybe a meat.
You want to guess?
Maybe it's going to be a dumpling, a rice dish, and a meat.
Like hummus, or like it's like Greek and Middle Eastern like mix.
So it says the number one food in Armenia is widely considered to be korovats, which is Armenian barbecue. It's a classic dish of marinated and grilled meats, often served with roasted vegetables. That sounds fire.
That sounds pretty good. Sounds keto.
Yeah, it sounds, and it's
skinny sacks.
Yeah, or it could be stuffed in grape leaves as well. So I mean, like,
that's also could be keto.
Good. We going to the Saxcast goes to Armenia.
100%. Any sort of like weird little thing like that. Just who knew? Yeah, are the Kardashians are Armenian?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
You can go to Georgia, the real Georgia. Excuse me.
The country of Georgia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know the Kardashians were Armenian. I had no idea.
I didn't know that either.
Anyway, so to the west or the east of Turkey, you got Azerbaijan, Armenia, Georgia, and Russia.
Armenia is like weirdly landlocked. I think that's one of the reasons that it gets in wars, right?
Let's see.
It is landlocked. Yeah. There's
I'm gonna do a share move.
It's between Turkey, Georgia, and Azerbaijan. You got Iran to the south.
Yeah.
Wow.
Should I pod from the bathroom?
Yeah. Go. Is somebody there?
No. Can you imagine if I left the guy came back and I exited the bathroom with my
Let's go back to the pod, the literal pod that you're staying in.
Yeah, let's end on that.
You said that the man, the owner, whatever you want to call him, the ruler of these beds. We're gonna call him the ruler of beds here. He's a no nonsense fella, huh?
He's no nonsense. I mean, as you have to be when you run one of these things, because I'm listening, because I can hear everything that happens in this room because it's one room.
Oh yeah.
You can hear everything. So I hear him fielding phone calls. He's like, "No, ma'am, no, there's no private rooms." He just basically has to explain what this is like all day. It's like, yeah.
So
it's
he's
like
does he sit in there and when you answer a call, he's like, "Get out."
No, I just had to listen to it. He sits right over here. He sits under the captain's quarters.
Above the
captain's quarters.
Okay, so just for the people that are listening, there's a bed 20 feet suspended in the air with a fireman's ladder, and then there's
Is that a chalkboard?
It is a chalkboard.
Yeah, it says Michael. I guess they rent this room out.
Can you please write like the Michael Scott quote? You can only
wait. Go back
Here's
real quick.
Here's the check-in. Yeah.
Go back.
Yeah.
It says Michael on it, right?
Yeah.
And then there's an arrow pointing up. What's the arrow pointing to? Up.
It's pointing to up there. Yeah. So each loft has it says William for me.
Oh, look at that! You should definitely change that.
I'm saying by Abby, it's multi-sex.
Let's get the cast of characters here real quick. You got Abby, Michael. There's no nonsense, Scott. No nonsense.
Hey, yo.
No funny business. Who else is in here? We got William, Abby, Michael,
and then who's over here? Jay. And okay. Jay has all their stuff there. And Jay's very trusting. I can go through Jay's stuff, but I'm not going to. Because why?
On our next segment, we go through Jay's belongings.
Can you imagine? That as a social clip? I'm about to go through my PODshares.
She comes in. What are you doing?
That'd be so funny.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and then there's little things little steps here, kind of you can walk up the steps, and can you see outside? Can you see the van?
There's a white
van. That's the guy's van who has.
The guy drives a white van.
Okay. No, that's where the glamping is. Oh, look at this, guys! You like this? Minions.
Yeah, Minions, I love that. Yeah.
Hamilton. Oh, Donald Trump coaster.
Really? Let's get a look at that.
Zoom in on that.
All right.
In LA, interesting.
Oh wait, here. It's Divine beside Donald Trump, kind of giving him the side eye.
Okay. Gotcha.
Oh, you bad man.
You bad boy.
Gotcha.
I'm in Hollywood.
Oh, there you go. Is that an Oscar?
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, so
beautiful.
Yeah. Sorry for the. I was trying to get a place, but it led to some pretty good content. A shorter episode today.
Yeah. So, are you there for the entire week?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm leaving on Friday, and there's breeze flights and Spirit flights from Pittsburgh to Los Angeles weekly. And if you get it in advance, you can get a round trip for mine was $120.
Wow,
not bad.
And then I stay here. It's $50 a night. So
is that in LAX?
$200 plus, LAX. So it's $200 to stay here, and then $150 to fly, and then I just eat dirt cheap, and I just skirt around. The subway and stuff is really inexpensive here, but I
no biking.
No, they have a bike share, so I'll do that. But I mean, I don't love LA, but I don't mind it.
Sax, let me ask you, what do you think of In-N-Out? I've never had it.
I've never had it.
Oh, really? I had it a couple weeks ago.
I never had it, but there's no way in hell that it's going to live up to the hype.
It's not going to live up to the hype because I had the same thing. I've had it many times.
What people do to it is so unfair to the product. Like, just the way they talk about it in these like reveries.
Yeah. Have you had Shake Shack?
Yes.
Okay. It's like a grade above Shake Shack. Like if that. It's not anything great. It's fine. It's good. It's solid.
Yeah. I mean, for like a mass-produced fast food burger, I'm sure it's good, but it's like people talk about it, and I hear the fries there are bad, but yeah, I mean, it's just like people need to chill. Just let people discover it by themselves, you know?
Yeah. The line, when I saw it in Phoenix, the line was like an hour long. It was crazy. And my buddy was like, that's every day.
Yeah, In-N-Out is in Arizona, California, and then oddly, Texas.
Nevada, too.
Nevada? Yeah. Wild.
Yeah, it's on the strip.
Yep. Yeah, so, great episode. Last episode. Thanks everybody for listening to that. That was a great episode. Sorry this one's a little bit shorter, but I'm on the road. But hey, that's okay.
That's all right, man. I liked it. We got to see a little bit into the Sax world. This is a video episode. Go on. Yeah, this is definitely a video episode. Go over to YouTube, Saxboy Billy.
It's hard to podcast 18. When I'm like terrified that like the taskmaster.
Hey, no podcasting. Get out of here. I told you no podcasting.
He's like, I told you.
The captain's gonna come down. The captain's gonna come down from his quarters, man. You better be careful.
Oh,
I'm worried he's like watching on the cameras and he sees like this guy holding up the computer, like showing into everybody's rooms and stuff.
Yeah, he's gonna think like you're an agent, secret agent or something.
Yeah, he's like this. Awesome.
That's awesome. Well, I guess we'll see you when you're back next week. You're gonna go to some Pirates games.
I'm gonna go to the Angels game tomorrow, and I don't know if I'm gonna go back down there, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think that Angel Stadium is like you see it once, you see it. That's all you need to see it, and it's kind of a hike.
Yeah,
it's a hike from this part of LA. So, but awesome. I'll be able to knock that off my list. Yep,
good stuff, man. Good stuff. Man. Well, we'll see you when you're back in Pittsburgh. As I just mentioned, go over to YouTube.
Congrats again, guys.
Congrats
again, Bucko Banner.
Thank you. Yeah, go over to Bucko Banter for all your Pirates content, and then go over to the Saxcast, Saxboy Billy 18 on YouTube, the Saxcast on all social media, and we will see you next week.